believe that women can achieve equality under non-secular government and also the secular government. Now, before I move on to my argument, let me start with a few rebuttals on the government side. Okay, the government come up here and told us that the main reasons that women don't have equal rights as much as men, because the government in non-secular countries actually mixed up the idea of religions along with the law that each country is supposed to have. But then they also said that the thing is, people actually interpreting the religion's thought with their own belief, so they eventually judge, for example, that abortion is wrong and killing is wrong. Now, I certainly agree on this point, because as I said, that religions have absolutely nothing to do with women's rights. The real problem here is that women are having less equality in some countries is because the norms of its people, and this eventually means that by changing the government system does not really affect women's rights, because what we have to fix is people's mindset, and by using the way in religious thought, we can have more access to the people more directly other than government, because the government, what the government do is they control the whole countries, but what religions do is that by people, they're into what they're like this institution where people actually wants to get close to them. Everyone wants to follow what the religious said, because that's what they think is right. So if you just educated these people more and get more access to each religious, that we might have to have more of the women's right kind of policy. I think that this way will really fix the problem, not just change how the government runs. Now, they also said that by using government system, it is more likely that the government can protect women from domestic violence or certain kind of stuff, or even the voting right. But I think that is not true, because what the government do only just create the policy, but it does not have any effect on people's mindset. So, as the government also said that freedom and equality is about action. So I don't think that government can really have some kind of action on this point. And also, she also came up and said that our example of secular countries such as Japan does not support our policy. But I want to argue on that point, because by having women into the parliament means that we have more of women's thought, which means that we have more of equality for women. And Japan, which is secular countries, do not allow this, so basically means that women don't have any directly rights in terms of political freedoms. So let's move on to my argument, which is sometimes the secular government, sometimes non-secular government can work better than secular government. On the first level of my analysis, I want to repeat this to you guys again, is that mixing religions idea into government system does not have anything to do with women's right or the thing involving the women's right, because what we are dealing is people's mindset. For example, in Holland, which is already European and secular countries, they also have some society that would allow women to do job as a housewife, as a household only, while men can do a variety of jobs depending on what they want to do. So this is an example of gender discrimination that would really happen in Europe and in secular countries. And I think that this example already represents you how secular countries and non-secular countries doesn't have anything to do with women's rights. Another thing is that in Thailand, we are secular countries, and there are also these gender discriminations going on, because first of all, when men going somewhere, like for in German, they would eventually think that, okay, he's going for business or he's a tourist, but when the Thai girl moves to European countries or go abroad, they would eventually think that she might immigrate there because she, as a prostitute. And here's an example of how mindset really affect the people. So if we just have access to religions, which are more likely to influence people, I think this is the better way to do so. Lastly, I want to repeat my stance that women can achieve equality under non-secular and secular